Welcome to Text AI Agents. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down Text AI Agents in a way that makes sense, that by the end of this video, you'll walk away knowing at least 80% of the features that matter. I've structured this video so that everything up to this timestamp are going to be features that you will use right away to get your agents up and running in under 30 to 60 minutes. After this timestamp, we're going to dive into more advanced features. Super useful, super powerful, but not what you would need immediately on day one. So if you're short on time, focus on the essentials first, then return once you're ready to unlock the more powerful stuff that Text AI Agents has to offer. In the Builder tool is where you're going to be spending 80% of your time when creating your agent. The first element that you need to learn within the Builder tab is Node. Think of nodes as little agents with specific functions. Currently in the system, we only have one node, but you can have as many nodes as you want depending on the complexity of your system. If you want to open the node, click on it and a pop-up will appear. This pop-up contains the node name, the description, and most importantly, the instructions. These instructions are what the AI will be following. As you can see here, this is pretty much the standard instruction you would use if you want it to sound like a regular call center. And if you scroll down just a little bit, you will see LLM. This is the large language model. There are several options to choose from. Currently, I'm using GPT 4.0. But there's also 4.0 Mini and Claude and Llama. Expect that there will be more in the future. And this temperature here dictates how dynamic the responses of the AI will be. Low temperature means that it will stick to the script as closely as possible. But if you want it to be warmer, the AI will still follow your instructions, but it will be more dynamic. You will see how that plays out in the future use cases. And if you scroll down a little bit, you're going to see tools. Right now, I have two tools to capture the user information and to get the calendar availability. If I click on one of these tools, another pop-up will appear showing the instructions, what this tool is going to be used for. Now, think of tools as your agent's way of capturing data from your users. For example, if you scroll down a little bit, you're going to see variables here. Variables are the data, the information that the agent need to know in order to book an appointment. In this case, full name, email, procedure. In the description within the variable, you're just telling the AI what this variable is going to be about. So what the tool is doing here is through this link, through this server URL, it's able to send out these data to make.com so that make.com can connect those data to the Google Calendar of the dentist. To thoroughly understand how node tools and variables relate to each other and work together, I recommend that you watch this video at the top. This detailed how I created this AI appointment setter for a dental clinic. In this case, the way to truly understand how everything fits together is by doing. And for that, I recommend that you follow along. You don't have to pay for anything. Text AI Agents and make.com provide free versions of their service, and you're going to be able to create this agent without paying for anything. Watch that video, but if you don't have the time for now, just remember that this is where you're going to be spending most of your time designing your agents. Now remember that in this system, we only have one node. But what if you have a more complex system? For example, you want to also cancel an appointment. In that case, this is how you add a new node. You drag it and you connect the line. You click on the new node. You name it, cancel appointment. And this is the instruction. Much like the instructions you created here. We're going to dive deeper into nodes and tools and variables in the future use cases, so don't forget to subscribe. And lastly, the settings on the left side. Click on that and you're going to see another set of instructions. Only in this case, all these instructions apply globally. So it applies to the nodes and the tools. After Builder, we're going to talk about the Voice tab. We have the transcriber, speech gen, phone numbers, advanced, and settings, and voice library. We're going to talk about that one by one. So here you have the option to choose the transcriber Currently, I'm using DeepGram. You can also choose the model ID and the language and the utterance. The recommended utterance to make it sound like a human conversation, a human speech is between 150 to 500. Anything less or anything more is not recommended, but you can go ahead and try. You can still change it. We also have the speech gen. This is where you set the voice of your agent. Currently, I'm using 11 Labs. I usually use Cartesia. I like the voices. You can set the gender and the accent. For example, Japanese. Let's try Japanese.
Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you?
There's even an option to back channel to add fillers to make it sound more natural. And here, what I'm really impressed with is the background noise. When designing an agent for a call center setting, I usually just choose office. You can also choose street, restaurant, and in the future, you will be able to add your own background noise. Another thing is the word replacement. You have the option to specify a certain word, for example, this. An AI would usually read this as SWI, but if you want to read this as SWI, you can set it like that. So the AI knows how to read this specific word. And all you have to do is to hit save. And we have the phone numbers. This is where you assign a phone number to your agent once it's ready to take calls. So currently I have this number assigned to my Brightwise Dental Clinic. If I call that number right now, I will actually hear the agent. I'm using Zoom because I'm not really in the US, so I have to call. This is a US phone number. I'm just gonna call it. Here you go, and you're gonna hear the voice.
Thank you for calling Pure Care Dental. This is Jennifer. Would you like to book an appointment?
Yeah, that's my agent right there. That was Pure Care Dental. I changed the name, but that was, this is it. This is really useful if you want your agent to function in a typical call center setting where people or your clients can call it. Next is the advanced settings. You can enable web calling. There's also an option to record calls. We're going to be able to see the recorded calls later in the conversations. And then there's voice library. This is basically just the featured voices that you can explore and see if you want to use them. And then you can choose the provider. My favorite is Cartesia, but that's only because I haven't explored 11 Labs. So go ahead and explore it, choose your gender, and take your pick. There's plenty of options. For this particular voice, I'm going to be sticking with the French narrator lady. My previous favorite was Sarah Curious, but I'm kind of bored of it now, so I'm probably going to change it to the French narrator lady. I kind of like how she sounded on the phone. I'm just going to hit save, and that wraps it up for the voice tab. And the next thing you do after assigning voice to your AI is to attach a knowledge base by clicking the knowledge tab. Here, as you can see, I have already uploaded a PDF to tell AI that, hey, this is my knowledge base. If you click on that, you're going to see a preview here with my pricing, the frequently asked questions. During the call, if on top of the appointment, the customer also asks one of these questions, the AI is going to pull up this knowledge base and answer accordingly. By the way, to enable knowledge base, you go back to the builder where we created the node. You click on the node and make sure that under knowledge base here, it is enabled. Because if it's not enabled, then it's not going to be able to pull up that knowledge base. You just hit save and that's it. Let's go back to that knowledge tab. In the settings and tags, you can even customize your knowledge base further. You can add tags to make it more organized. All these will come in handy in our future use cases. So again, stay tuned for more. We have just only created the dental appointment setter, but there will be more in the future that will involve different use cases like Shopify, restaurant, hotel reservations. So stay tuned. Now, for the preview knowledge base, this will allow you to check the response quality. You have the option to change the LLM. How much is your tooth extraction? If I remember correctly, that was $80 to $150. We're going to test that out. It's here. The cost for a tooth extraction ranges from $100 to $300. The exact depends on whether it's simple or surgical. Oh, okay. Really? $100 to $300. Let's actually check that because I was pretty sure that was $80. I might be wrong. So we're going to preview that and make sure that that is exactly the case. Okay, extraction. Oh, here it is. Okay, so I was wrong. It's really $100 to $300. By the way, if you don't want to upload a file, there are other options. You can type in the knowledge base yourself. You can have it scrape your website. You can upload it as a file, or you can paste a specific URL. So that's it for the knowledge tab. Now let's talk about the channels. Under channels, you can link your agents to these messaging platforms. During the date of this filming, these are the supported messaging platforms, but trust that there will definitely be more in the future. I'm going to create a separate video dedicated to each of these platforms because that will be a detailed tutorial. So I'm not going to talk about that here, but it is worth noting that not only can you connect it through phone, but also to these popular messaging platforms. So here we have smart initialization. When enabled, your agent will analyze the first message and provide a contextual response. When disabled, it will always send the same launch message to the new conversations. In this case here, every time the agent starts, it always starts with the opening line. Thank you for calling Pure Care Dental, because I disabled it. So this is what it looks like for WhatsApp. Actually, WhatsApp already has a video, so check that out. For the Messenger, we are yet to create one, so stay tuned. The design tab is where you're going to be able to control the aesthetic of your agent. The branding, the colors, the skin, everything. Here is the title. I'm going to change it to the correct name, Pure Care Dental. And here you can change the description to hello, I'm Jennifer, your receptionist, and it will automatically change that. Powered by Pure K Dental, it shows at the bottom, and then you can change your font name. You can change the language to anything you want. If you choose automatic, it will follow the language that you're using. Here, there's the vertical, horizontal, and footer. Let me just briefly show you how it looks for the vertical. The buttons are arranged vertically, but if we look at horizontal, this is how it is. And in footer is this. So it depends on your preference. There's plenty of options. And now you have the option to launch the avatar, the header image, chat avatar. You can use some preset theme, or you can use your custom theme. In this example, for the custom theme, for example, you can use this. Let's say I want to change it to something green. Or you also have the option to choose your hex code. If you have this specific color for your branding, you can paste it in here and you're going to be able to pick the exact color. You can also choose to put it in a light mode or dark mode. I also always prefer dark mode. And here you're even able to customize the CSS. So you have total control of how the agent looks on your website. Now you are ready to deploy your agent to your website, to a messaging platform, wherever you want it to deploy. But for now, I'm going to show you an example on how to deploy it on a WordPress website. You just hit website script, and of course, make sure that you're saving everything, okay? And hit website script. You have the option for a chat box frame, pop-up, iframe, modal. This could be nice. I actually like the pop-up. I want this pop-up to be displayed on my site. All I have to do is to copy this. You copy this and you paste it onto your site. And let's say that I just want it to be on my about page, right? I don't want it in any other pages, just in my about page. So all I have to do is to go to the code editor of your WordPress. If you're using WordPress, just paste in the code that you previously copied. There you go. You save it. You view the page. And let's see. Here it is. How can I help you today? There you go. My opening line. Your agent is fully functional. Hey, I want to book an appointment for tooth extraction. And there you go. Actually, let's go ahead and try the phone. Allow it and talk to it.
Thank you for calling Pure Care Dental. This is Jennifer. Would you like to book an appointment?
Yes, Jennifer, I'd like to book an appointment for teeth cleaning.
Great. Let's start with your appointment details. What date and time would you prefer?
How about April 16th at 8 a.m.?
Our operating hours start at 9 a.m. Could you please choose a time between 9 a.m.
Okay,
and
then
4
9 a.m.
p.m.?
then.
Could I have your full name, please?
Candace Smith. Oh, by the way, Candace is spelled with an A.
Thank you for letting me know, Candace. Could you please provide your email address?
Smith123@gmail.com.
Thank you, Candace. Could you also provide your phone number?
234-568-9292.
Thank you. Just to confirm, you would like to book a teeth cleaning appointment on April 16th at 9 a.m. I'll proceed with the booking now. Great looking into it. Your appointment for teeth cleaning is confirmed for April 16th at 9 a.m. Is there anything else that I can help you with today?
No. See, it's fully functional. However it behaves through chat, it will also behave the same with voice because it's the same system, really. And as you can see, it booked my appointment, and initially it spelled it as Candace with an I, but I corrected it and it kept the correction. As you can see here, Candace Smith with an A. So it's just amazing that nowadays anyone could design this chatbot with no code involved. So now that your agent is deployed, I'm going to talk about the more advanced settings. Let's talk about the Conversations tab. This is where you keep track of every interaction, whether it's a chat, a call, or a message from any connected channel. Everything's organized, easy to filter, and ready to use when you need it. You can filter by conversation state, whether it was handled by AI, a team member, or if it's assigned to you. Just beside the left sidebar, you've got the conversation list. Each item shows the user's name, how long the call or interaction lasted, and the time it happened. Clicking a conversation shows you the full details on the right. At the top, you'll see the user's name and chat history. And for calls, recordings are available with playback controls.
Thank you for calling Pure Care Dental. This is Jennifer. Would you like to book an appointment?
Yes, Jennifer, I'd like to book an appointment for... You can add a name to the user, get a transcript link, or take over the chat manually if it's being handled by AI. At the bottom, you can tag the conversations with labels like follow-up, save for later, or closed. It's a clean way to monitor activity, jump into chats, and manage everything in real time. Now let's look at the analytics. Analytics is where you get a quick snapshot of how your agent is performing. You'll see 6 key stats: credits used, total minutes for voice calls, number of conversations, total interactions, average messages per chat, and average seconds per chat. These numbers give you a quick pulse on your agent's activity and user engagement. Below that, you'll see graphs. First is total conversations. This shows how many conversations happened and when. This is a good way to spot spikes in activity. Next is user retention. This tells you how long users keep chatting, measured by how many messages they exchange before dropping off. Then there's time retention. It shows how many seconds users stay in the conversation, grouped by duration. Use the time range filter at the top right to adjust the window, last 24 hours, last 7 days, and so on. You can also refresh the data or reset the time range anytime. Now for the Settings tab. The Settings tab is where you fine-tune how your agents work, from how it greets users to how it connects with other tools. You can adjust its behavior in core settings, customize the chat experience under user interface, and make it multilingual or voice-enabled through language and communication. If you're keeping an eye on costs and engagement, security and limits help you manage usage. Notifications and handoff and support shape how the agent interacts, whether it's proactively reaching out or smoothly handing off to a live agent. Technical config and advanced give more precise control, like customizing response logic, connection methods, or styling. And if you want to add power features, integrations let you plug in tools like VoiceFlow and Vappy. Finally, analytics and monitoring helps you understand who's visiting and how they interact. It's your agent's full control panel, organized, flexible, and built for all levels of complexity. Now for the leads. The Leads tab shows a list of people your agent has interacted with and captured details from, like name, email, phone, and how they reached you. It's useful for follow-ups, tracking interest, or exporting leads for your sales and support team. Now the Tips tab. The Tips tab is your go-to learning hub. It's packed with tutorials, walkthroughs, and real use case demos to help you understand how you get the most out of the platform. It also shows you the live conversations as it happens. Now, both Campaigns and Metrics tabs are the most advanced of features, so we're going to create a dedicated video for each of these. Once they're ready and well executed, they're going to help you track your leads in the most powerful way. Campaigns is basically where you automate outbound calls using your AI agent. So you upload a batch of leads and the AI will call them one by one or even several at the same time. If you set up concurrency, you can customize what the agent says at the start of each call and even set instructions for summarizing the conversation afterwards. This is super useful for outbound sales, appointment reminders, follow-ups, or any kind of cold calling, except it's your AI doing all the talking. A dedicated tutorial is coming for Campaign soon, so stay tuned. Metrics is where you create custom performance indicators that the AI can track from each conversation. So what you do is you define the name, description, and type like a number, a text, and the AI will extract and log this info automatically. It's great for monitoring patterns like sentiment, objection types, or call outcomes. A dedicated tutorial on how to use metrics effectively will be coming soon, so stay tuned. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, suggestions for the next video, comment down below and let us know. I know that there are parts that are yet to be discussed even more deeply, but that's going to be in the next future videos, and that's going to be coming in the near future, so don't worry about it. Once they're ready, we're going to link it here in the comment section and in the description, so you will know exactly where to go and what to watch. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, suggestions, let us know in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.